cover that lets...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a pleasant Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking the rain coming to an end as we head through the next couple of hours, and some brighter and warmer conditions heading our way for our Thursday. Excuse the glitchiness that we're having here on our iNet camera. Those cars are indeed moving, but the temperature didn't move much today. 57 degrees, the dew point not far behind at 55, so that means there could be some patchy fog yet again tonight with winds out of the east at 7 miles an hour. Moving on from that to the other numbers from around the region, this is definitely not a glitch. Temperatures, unfortunately, into the lower and middle 50s, and in some cases the upper 50s and lower 60s out there right now. 64 is the warmest spot that we can find in Watertown at this time, but that's the exception. Most of us into the 50s today. That's anywhere from 10 to 15, maybe even 20 degrees colder than it was at this time yesterday. And yesterday we had highs between temperatures between 75 and 80, and that's where we should be for this time of year. So we're 10 to 20 degrees below that. We are starting to see the rain coming to an end. It's definitely lightened up in intensity and coverage, but you will still find some of it, especially across the central portions of the Mohawk Valley, stretching into Herkimer, southern Hamilton County. And as we go through the overnight hours, that will come to an end. The reason why we're seeing that right now is because over western New York, we have an area of low pressure located between Buffalo and Rochester. And this warm front is going to work its way in our direction as we go through the overnight hours. So there will still be some showers, but we will see warmer weather and brighter conditions returning to the area. That high pressure also off the coast of Maine is what's keeping Hurricane Erin at bay. And that right now is a Category 2 storm with winds of 110 miles an hour, moving to the north at 14. So if it were moving directly to the north, it would hit portions of Connecticut, Long Island. Thankfully, we're not seeing that thanks to that area of high pressure. It'll eventually move up toward the north and east during the overnight hours and through the day tomorrow, even missing the Canadian Maritimes, but still pounding areas from the Outer Banks up to southern Long Island with those rough surf as well as that beach erosion. So as we head through the overnight hours back here closer to home, we'll have temperatures into the lower and middle 50s with morning clouds, afternoon sun for tomorrow, but there will be more clouds to the south. So that means areas to the south will be cooler than areas up toward the north. As we go through Friday, we'll see more in the way of abundant sunshine as well as warmer temperatures returning to the area as high pressure also returns to the area. Tomorrow there will be some patchy fog when you wake up, especially further to the south where there are those clouds, but it's not expected to be a widespread problem like it was today. Temperatures tomorrow generally around 75, with the next rain chances not coming in until Sunday or Monday, and below average temperatures as we head through the next 6 to 10 days. That's part of the 7-day forecast here. Once we get beyond the weekend, we'll have temperatures into the low 70s next week with possibly some lake effect rain showers, especially on Tuesday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking the return of some brighter and warmer weather as well as drier as we go through the next couple of days. And it looks to last into the start of the weekend as well. Not the case right now. We're still in the middle and upper 50s in many locations across the area right now. Syracuse and in Utica both at 57 degrees, and that's where we were for most of the day today. The reason why is because we've got an easterly wind anywhere from, well, calm down toward the south, but most of us between 2 and 8 miles an hour at this time. And tomorrow the winds will switch out of the south and southwest, so that's a warmer wind direction for us. Most of the area is dry at this time, but we're still tracking some showers over the western portions of Otsego County. Those will come to an end as we head through the overnight hours. And the reason why is because we've got a stalled frontal boundary toward our south. But as we head through the overnight hours and through the morning tomorrow, it'll lift back toward the north along with this area of low pressure as a warm front. So that means, again, the return to some of that brighter, calmer, as well as warmer conditions. And this area of high pressure is key in keeping Hurricane Erin at bay, which as of the 8 p.m. advisory is a Category 2 storm with winds of 110 miles an hour, still moving to the north at 14, but eventually it'll turn off toward the east and northeast, as you can see here on the tropical tracker. And it may re-strengthen briefly into a Category 3 storm, but as we go through the next couple of days, it'll pass to the east of the Canadian Maritimes, eventually weakening into a tropical and eventually post-tropical storm, but not before causing some beach erosion as well as rough surf along the Atlantic-facing beaches. Back here closer to home, we'll see clearing skies overnight tonight. Some clouds tomorrow morning and some patchy fog is down to the south. I'll show you that in a second. And tomorrow we'll have a lot of sunshine during the afternoon, even more so as we go through Friday. Friday also slightly warmer. Temperatures making their way into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, which is where we should be for this time of year. And there could be, as well as those clouds, some patchy fog, especially further to the south, where we are seeing some of that lingering moisture as we head through tomorrow morning. I don't expect it to be as widespread as it was this morning. And where we have the clouds, some of those clouds, by the way, associated with Hurricane Erin, because it has such a large cloud shield, down toward the south will be between 70 and 75 tomorrow. Toward the north, where you do see more sunshine, especially in the afternoon, temperatures between 75 and 80, with things remaining dry up until we get into Sunday and Monday. Sunday, a 60% chance of rain. Monday, 40%. There could be some embedded thunder in there as well. And there could be another 1 to 2 inches Sunday into Monday from many locations, maybe even more. And we look to run below average temperature-wise, which, by the way, the average high right around 80 degrees. That's for the 6 to 10 day period. But as we head into the weekend, we'll see temperatures running briefly above average before we go back below average, and on Tuesday we could even see some lake effect rain showers to the north. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. The starting lineup.
Your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some warmer weather heading our way, as well as brighter conditions as we head into our Thursday. But today was quite a chilly day. Temperature right now 57 degrees, and that's where it was for most of the day. We've already got some areas into the low 50s down toward the north, or down toward the south, I should say, and up toward the north. And we'll drop another few degrees as we head through the overnight hours. So that means those areas could end up in the upper 40s. How about the visibility? It is a perfect 10 for most of us out there right now, but down toward the south and off toward the east, there are some areas that are experiencing visibilities between 4 and 7 miles. And of course, the most dense fog is in that gray area that you're seeing out toward Johnstown right now. We were seeing a couple of showers over toward Otsego County. Now we're just seeing a little bit of mist or drizzle out there right now. And most of that is going to come to an end over the next few hours. The reason why is because we're dealing with this area of low pressure down toward the south right now. And it'll continue to meander its way up toward the north and east. And it's got a stalled frontal boundary associated with it as well. That'll move up toward the north and east and as a warm front. So that'll bring not only brighter conditions, but also warmer conditions as we head through the next couple of days. We've also got an area of high pressure just off the coast of Atlantic Canada, keeping Hurricane Erin at bay from the northeast as well as us here in the state of New York. Currently, it is a 110-mile-an-hour Category 2, still moving to the north at 16, so it's picking up a little bit of speed in terms of the motion, but eventually it'll move toward the north and east, away from the eastern seaboard as well as the Atlantic Canada region, and it'll still hold on to Category 2 strength before eventually weakening into a tropical depression, and it's no longer a concern for us, although we will still see some rough surf along the eastern seaboard here over the next couple of days. Tonight we'll see temperatures dropping into the 50s, tomorrow getting back into the 70s and maybe close to 80 for some of you, especially for those of you that see more sunshine up toward the north. 80s more likely though as we head through the day on Friday. So again, the visibility looking pretty good for most of us during the overnight hours. There may be a couple of spots, although I'm not expecting it to be as numerous as it was last night, where we do see some patchy fog, but just depends on where you are. I think that's more likely toward the south, where we've had more rain today. Temperatures tomorrow, where we will see more clouds thanks in part to the cloud shield from Hurricane Erin down toward the south, between 70 and 75. It's more like 75 to 80 as you head up toward the north. What about rain chances? Those are going to remain low Thursday through Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday we could have some more rain as well as some embedded thunder. Another 1 to 2 inches possible. And temperatures as we close out the month of August look to do so on a below average note, and averages between 70 and 75, so we'll be below that. We'll be right at average or a little bit below it as we head through the day tomorrow with some morning clouds, afternoon sun, and the sun looks to stick around as we head into the start of the weekend before we see those storms return on Sunday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. You're watching Eyewitness